You were tuned in to episode 139 of the Goodfellas podcast. 139 of the Goodfellas podcast. Your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. Big shout out to VP Shane. Big shout out to Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K. Be completely honest with you, I don't know if either one of them gonna show up tonight. But if they don't show up tonight, it is what it is. There's plenty of boxing to talk about. Let me add some light up in this joint. Hold on a second. I'm looking like Darth Vader in this joint. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's looking like I was ready to go to sleep up in this joint, man. Big shout out to everybody, man. Welcome to G5 Jeff TV. We're gonna wait for a couple people get up in here, man. It's absolutely crazy out here in these boxing streets right now. I was gonna do an actual like film session, a little lab coat film session. I was expecting Vlog or Shane to be up in here, so I might hold off on that today. And might do that tomorrow, but it's plenty of boxing to talk about, man. So, anybody that's listening right now, put a one in the comment section if my volume good and you can hear me okay. Put a one in the comment section if my volume is good. My God, Nathan Carey in the building, man. What is going on with you, bro? I ain't seen you in a long ass time, man. What's going on with you, man? Is it all good? Big shout out to you, family, man. Miss hearing from you, bro. Straight up, man. Um, but we gonna get this thing started, man. And I wasn't even gonna talk about this. This wasn't on the agenda. He said, how are you, brother, man? I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Another day, another opportunity to talk some boxing, man. Whenever we got that opportunity, man, got to take advantage of it. Uh, Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. Big shout out to you. Said salute, brother G5. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you being on, man, for sure. Nathan Carey said a lot to talk about, man. Whole lot to talk about. Actually, you know what? Let's just get started, man. We gonna freestyle this. Connor Ben. He was supposed to have a meeting with the BBBOC, and he actually relinquished his license, his boxing license with the BBBOC, and basically they upheld their decision, and that is big, 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 big. Nathan Carey said, "I have a list of subjects compiled. If you need any topics, you know what, bro? I'm feeling good today, man. Drop a topic in the comment section. Drop a topic in the comment section, and that's what we're gonna go with. But the Connor Ben thing, man, like he's done. He's done, man. Like a he gotta take like a year and a half off, man, to try to get people to actually forget about this. Like, you know what I mean? My God, J.O. in the building, man. Said, what up, big dog, man? Big shout out to you, J.O. Family in the building for sure. But before we before Nathan drops something in the comment section, man, how do y'all feel about that Connor Ben situation, man? He didn't even show up to the hearing. And then Eddie Hearn came out with a video basically stating it might be contamination. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Um, Nathan Carey said Boots and his IBF mandatory. Yeah, we could definitely cook on that. So of course, I'm from Philly. Boots is from Philly. I don't get a chance to really go to his gym like that. Um, you know what I mean? But and I feel like I need to put this out there because I think a lot of people have forgot what happened. But Stan Jonas took step aside money and allowed for Spence to fight who was supposed to be Pacquiao at the time, but it ended up being Ugas. And Stanionis ended up fighting Batalha for an interim belt. And Stanionis was promised an opportunity next go round. So that's why Stanionis would get a shot before Boots. Now, Boots did put in a petition to get his shot against Spence. But to be honest, that's just to get the ball rolling a little bit. They know that Stanionis is going to get the first crack. Once Stanionis gets his crack, we don't know what's going to happen with Bud Crawford. We don't know what's going to happen with Bud Crawford. But Spence is going to have to make a decision. Either he's going to have to fight Boots, or he's going to have to drop that IBF belt. And if Spence drops that IBF belt, that's a bad look. It's a bad look. I wouldn't blame him, but it's a bad look. Jo said, Black Prime got Bud, AB, and Andre signed now. Jo, you just dropped some news on me. I didn't know Andre signed. Andre would be the least out of the three that would spark my interest, because it's with Andre, no matter who he signed with, he needs opponents. So if they can find opponents for him, that'd be great. But I'm gonna run an opinion by you real quick. You let me know whether I'm on board or not. A lot of people are saying that AB left Al Heyman to get with Black Prime Network. What I'm trying to tell people was that he has an advisory deal with Al Heyman. Broner is not even able to sign this deal with Black Prime unless he's okay with it, and he signed off on it. So we may be looking at a Black Prime PBC collaboration. We may be looking at a Black Prime PBC collaboration, man, because when you think about it, bro, PBC needs slots. They need networks. They need fight dates. They got a couple hundred fighters, and they only have one. They only have one full-time network. They only have one full-time network. One. Nathan Carey, Zach Parker versus John Ryder, WBO interim. That is a really, really good fight. That is a really, really good fight. I like Zach Parker in that fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if John Ryder got the victory. I thought John Ryder actually lost to Danny Jacobs. I gave Danny Jacobs, I think I had a 7-5 for Danny Jacobs in that fight. Big shout out to Martha Rodriguez, like how I rolled the tongue. Rodriguez. Martha Rodriguez. Big shout out to Boo. Nathan Carey, Crawford should vacate and move up to 54. See, Nathan, that's the problem, bro. That's the problem that he has right now. Al Heyman controls everything at 47 and 54. He controls everything at 47 and 54. So if he stays at 47, he got to go through Heyman. He goes at 54, he got to go through Heyman. What fights are available for Bud at 54 that doesn't have anything to do with Heyman? Because he may say, okay, well, you didn't want to sign this fight with Spence. I'm not going to give you none of my other fighters neither. Al Heyman does operate like that, so we got to keep that in mind too. Nathan Carey, Avanesian. Bro, Nathan, you know the thing that made me so mad, bro? The thing that made me so mad, bro, is that a lot of people act like they didn't know who David Avanesian was. And I'm a hardcore boxing fan, like through and through. And it was hardcore boxing fans that was trying to act like Avanesian didn't exist, or he's like this trash fighter. And I'm like, bro, he's ranked number 6 in the WBO. Six fight win streak, 6 straight knockouts. He beat Josh Kelly. No matter what you think of Josh Kelly was the favorite going into that fight. And Avanesian's been on a nice streak. He's a C plus B minus fighter. He's a solid guy. He's not on Buzz level, but he's a solid guy at welterweight. He's a top 15 guy at welterweight, like for sure. Ryder can taste the world title. Listen, Nathan, listen. Let me tell you something. He said former WBA champ. Let me tell you something about that situation, bro. If John Ryder can win this fight, if he can win this fight against Zach Parker, don't be surprised if Canelo gives him a look, bro. Do not be surprised if Canelo gives him a look. Like, do not be surprised at all, man. I feel like he's fighting for a Canelo fight down the line because Canelo, he needs to take a break. And then when he come back, he needs to get a certain type touch. You know what I mean? He's been fighting a lot of killers. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. But John Ryder, he could definitely backdoor his way into a Canelo fight if he beats Zach Parker. J.O., he said, could be. I like where your mind at. I gotta be honest. I don't know how much money this Black Prime has backing them. They are giving AB a 3-fight deal worth up to 10 million. So J.O., check this out, bro. This is why I say I think we're looking at a PBC Black Prime Network collaboration. Let's rewind. Back in the day when Jay-Z and Rock Nation was trying to get into boxing, they offered him a 5-fight deal, $40 million. You know, Broner was like, you can suck my, you know what, I'm Al Heyman all day. I ain't going nowhere. And he caught a lot of heat for how he was talking to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Al Heyman is still Adrian Broner's advisor. It don't matter how much beef they had or how much Broner talks about Al Heyman. Al Heyman know he gonna make money with Broner. He know he gonna make money with Broner. And on top of that, Broner may still owe him money. Broner may still owe him money because I know Broner was getting advances from Al Heyman from years back. So he may still owe Al money. So the fact that he signed off on this deal, there's something going on with this situation, man. And I know from my homie, he said that he knows someone in the Black Prime Network that actually spoke with Al and the people over at PBC, man. So I know I ain't just spitballing just to be spitballing, you know what I mean? Trying to intelligently put one and two together. I think, oh, you know what, J.O., one more thing on your comment, bro. The 3-fight deal is kind of like smoke and mirrors a little bit because I think they know Broner's not going to fight 3 times in a 12-month period. I think they know that's not going to happen. So it's kind of like an open-ended. I can see them getting maybe 2 fights out of him. But we're going to see what happens, though. We're going to see what happens. Nathan Carey, he is world-class, but not elite. Yeah, you talking about John Ryder. Yeah, John Ryder is a really quality fighter, man. Like, he's a good fighter. Like, he's a good fighter. I don't know if I'll say world-class, but he's a good fighter. Like, he's a good fighter. You can make the claim that he's a world-class fighter. You can make the claim that he's a world-class fighter. I thought he beat Callum Smith. Me personally, I thought he beat him. He got the victory over Danny Jacobs, even though I thought Danny won. But he's a high-quality guy, man. Like, if he's on the TV screen, I'm watching, like, for sure. And if he got a Canelo opportunity, I would be happy for him. I'd really be happy for him. J.O., he said it reminds me kind of like when the Zone hopped on board tossing big money around early. Hey, J.O., that's the thing, bro. Every company that comes out tries to make the big splash. So Jay-Z did it with Rock Nation. 50 Cent did it with the G Unit Boxing. When PBC got started, they was throwing crazy money around. You know what I mean? They was throwing crazy money around. So I don't. That's what they supposed to do. But the thing is, Al Heyman is signing. And to be honest with you, Bud is not signed. Bud is not signed with Al Heyman. But Al Heyman was okay with Bud taking his Avanesian fight. Like, if he really wanted that Bud Spence fight, he would have done something on his end to stop the Avanesian fight from happening. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that he even allowed that to go through kind of says a lot. I think it's really gonna be one of those situations where I think down the line you're gonna hear that PBC, Al Heyman, and Black Prime Network has some type of working relationship going. You know what I mean? And it's in Al Heyman's best interest as well, because he needs all the slots he can get for his fighters. Nathan Carey. Another English fighter losing to a Mexican. Seen it before. Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like if John Ryder get that opportunity, man, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad, man. I wouldn't be mad at all. A lot of people would be, but not me. Um, Said, "Yep, Jay Z. I remember. Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a long time ago." Uh, Nathan Carey said, "Can I come on the show?" Yeah, like I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. If not today, definitely tomorrow. I'm supposed to have two people jumping on. They're not here. So I don't know what's going on. But if ain't nothing really cooking, I'll definitely drop the link in the chat and we can definitely get it popping, for sure. Jo said that Triller company tried to make a splash. They had the Tyson and Roy Jones fight, and I heard they still owe Tyson money. They fell off quick. See, that's the thing. Like, you can't when you a company and you getting into boxing, you're gonna take a hit on the front end. You're gonna take a hit on the front end, but you have to establish yourself to where you're gonna be able to do things on the back end. Triller had a nice start. But what happened with Triller is that they couldn't get no type of consistency. You know what I mean? They couldn't get no type of consistency at all. You know what I mean? In terms of like fights and things like that. But unfortunately, that's what PBC and Al Heyman are known for, like the consistency. So when they had HBO, they was basically making power moves on HBO. HBO, they took over HBO and HBO just went out of business. You know what I mean? Went straight out of business. Um, then they had Spike TV, they had Bounce. And with both of those networks, they promised the networks a certain amount of fights in a calendar year, and they couldn't deliver. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't deliver. Um, my man Boxing First Vlog trying to get up in here. Let's see. I didn't know they still owe Tyson money. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. If that's the case, I'm surprised Tyson ain't go knock somebody's jaw off their face. For real. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the problem though, Jo. Like, they promise these guys this money, and anybody that's in business knows that you have to, you have to put money in escrow. That's the correct way to do business. You know what I'm saying? That's the correct way to do business. God, my God, Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K building. What's going on, good brother?
Man, my apologies about being late, bro. My financial class ran over a little bit, so you know what I mean, traffic and all that. So my apologies, man. Where you
Nah,
at in the conversation?
we was just I was running through the comments. Kind of things kind of took a turn today. I was gonna do a I was going to do a film study, John, but we got like extra news that came out, so I kind of want to push that towards tomorrow. But let's do this, bro. Let's see. Uh, Nathan Carey, he said we are afraid of Mexican fighters, English fighters. He said I only need 10 minutes. Okay. All right, cool, Nate. He said too many boxing subscriptions to pay for. I pick and choose which cards I pay for now. I respect that. I respect that. It's a lot. It's a lot you got to pay for. So it's like, so just to feed into your point, you got the zone, you got ESPN Plus, you got Pro Box TV, then you got your regular Showtime subscription, you got your regular ESPN subscription. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. Nathan Carey said, first vlog, how are you? Um,
Bro, I'm good. I'm eating, trying to catch up, trying to be in the conversation, doing a whole lot
Yeah.
right now. Thank you for asking, my guy.
Bro, but I'm gonna double back, bro. The news came out that Connor Ben basically did not show up to the hearing that he had with the BBBOC, and he basically relinquished his license to fight with the BBBOC. And Eddie Hearn, of course, comes out and states that he think it was contamination while he tested positive. So any thoughts on that, good brother?
I didn't know Eddie had took some science classes during the interim of this fiasco. And you know what I mean?
Right. Bro, you know the thing that's crazy, man. Like I was watching an interview, it's on Instagram. No, it's on Twitter. And somebody was interviewing him, and he was talking about, contamination can happen in the lab, it can happen here, it can happen there. And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, bro, it looked like he haven't shaved, he hasn't got a haircut, nothing. Like he been in the castle stressing, bro. He been in the castle stressing. Like, ain't no getting out
Can
of
I
this
ask
one,
you this?
man. Yes,
Can
sir.
I ask you this?
Yes,
Who
sir.
recommended him not to go? Was it Eddie, his dad? Like who
I,
said
I
don't go?
think I think the lawyers. I think the
Why?
lawyers, because if you know you guilty and you walk into a courtroom, like, you know what I'm saying, you walk into a courtroom, you don't know what evidence they got. So it might have been more damning for him to go in there and actually go through the hearing versus him just relinquishing his license. You don't know. I heard they had some stuff. I heard they had some stuff on him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like if you going through that court case, that criminal case, and they got the videotape and the whole nine.
You should have copped the
You
plea.
should have copped the plea. Yeah, facts. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, I think he just copped the plea. At the end of the day. Um, Also, and I just got put on to this by Jo. Black Prime Network has a third signee. Do you know who it is?
Dennis, I mean Demetrius Andrade.
Yeah, see, I was late to the party. I didn't know that. I did not know
No.
that.
What I got to say, it's probably Cap in a little bit. You know what I mean? But did you see that poster that they had behind Adrian Broner? Like, my dude, y'all couldn't have got that ironed out. Like, y'all spending $10 million. You couldn't have
Bro,
got a better poster than that. That
bro,
motherfucker was wrinkled like somebody slept on it.
bro, listen, let me tell you
That
something,
was
yo.
hella unprofessional.
Yo, it looked like somebody ran track on that joint, man. Like it was
Bro,
crazy,
that shit was
bro.
terrible, bro.
Bro, and you know the thing that's crazy, and it's like, and I gave Blue Blood his props in the last show, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm flip flopping, right? And I never met that man before in person, but he gave the introduction to Adrian Broner. And he's like superstar boxer, 29 wins, 4 losses. Then he said a 69-inch reach. I was like, what? Like, I said, who mentioned somebody's reach when they introducing them? Yo, I was dying, yo. I was just like, hey, yo. I
You
was
know what he
like,
needed? You know why he did that, bro? He needed a filler. He had to, he ain't have enough.
bro.
You know what I mean? Because the boy been so cold in the streets.
Check it out. Check it out, bro. He literally had the stream on live with just a chair. It was a chair in the wrinkled background for like over an hour. And then he comes on in the last like 10 minutes. Is the moment of truth. Here it is. And then he just goes into his spiel. And I'm like, listen, man, big shout out to AB, man. Like, big shout out to AB. But yo, yeah, that background was so just
It was unprofessional. That's all I can say.
It was very unprofessional and like, yo, they
Bro,
gave him
I
one
ain't
of
gonna
them.
lie, bro. I got my banner. You remember when I bought my shit?
Right, right.
I spent like $250 on my shit, but I treat it like I spent $2,000 on it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, for a rollout situation, for introduction, you kind of giving the public a glimpse of, just your avatar, things like that. It just was hella unprofessional to me. So I don't take a lot of stock in their technical side now. That's why I kind of, that thought jumped in my head about the banner being wrinkled, folded, all this sort of stuff. It's like, well, damn, if y'all can't, take care of something like that, what the tech side gonna be like? That's what I'm, I'm saying, like, I'm confused right now, bro. Like, well,
Yeah.
not confused, but I still have big questions about their tech ability.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Nate Carey said I don't have much hope for Broner. I don't think a lot of people do, to be honest with you, Nate. I don't think a lot of people do. I think Broner's a name. He's always going to command a crowd, and just we don't know what we're going to get from him inside of the ring. You know what I mean? Yo, my guy, man, H Money Mob in the building, man. Big shout out to H Money Mob, man. Yo, listen. We got the link up, H Money Mob, for sure. We got the link up, man. Like, yo, his movement is like crazy. He be going on live like late night when I be at work. You know what I mean? Big shout out to H Money, man. He definitely be putting in that work, man, for sure. Big shout out to you, family. Yeah, man. Yeah. And the thing is, when it's a brand new company, the first impression, you don't get the second chance to clean that up. You don't get the second chance to clean that up. Yo, the chair.
Bro, what's crazy, we just went over that in my financial class where, like when we eventually start meeting these prospective clients, that we won't get a chance to make a first impression again. And that's something I haven't heard in a while because, I'm an OG, not really mixing and mingling like that to make an impression on somebody, quote unquote. Obviously, I'm saying the listening public, I try my best to, but just in general in my everyday life, I don't tend to use that particular mantra, but it's big when you talking globalness and streaming services and, you know what I mean, just the boxing world, and you want to make a splash. The smallest little thing makes a difference, you know what I'm saying, or makes an impact.
Bro, and you know the thing that's crazy, bro? Like with Black Prime, and this is no disrespect to Black Prime at all, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, they went to someone like Blue Blood because Blue Blood got more followers than they do. We got more followers than they do. You know what I'm saying? H Money got more followers than they do. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Is how long have they been in business? Like when? Like there's a lot of that we don't know about these people. Who is these people? Who are these people? Excuse me. Who are these people? So, and when you know who they are, then you can tend to, want to back them. You know what I mean? When you kind of blind to who the creator is, it's hard to be like, yo, I'm really with that. That's fire. You know what I mean? Because you could like something, and then you find out who the creator is, and you really don't rock with that individual, and you kind of gotta, take a step back. So a lot of the stuff we need to know up front to know if people gonna be diving head first into this and support, in the support form. So yeah. I think, the behind the scenes guys should, step out from behind the curtain just once. I ain't saying be a front liner like a Dana White type of guy, but let the public get a glimpse of you real quick and get a sense of trustworthiness from you.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like that background really had me bugging, bro.
You see, like, let me do this. You see how DeZan gave us Eddie Hearn / De La Hoya? Even though we know they're not the owners, runners, we kind of got a sense of the personalities in control to a certain extent. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. With Black Prime, we don't. We know a couple of fighters that y'all saying are signed to y'all, but who made that happen? Give me an idea of the guy so I can believe if he's really putting, you know what I'm saying, putting a smash on this boxing game. And we need to be month to month supporting him like we have been with Dezan for the past few years. I know I've been consistent with Dezan. So it's not that I want to be consistent with Black Prime, but I like a little bit more information. I like, just because you signed these guys don't mean you're going to give me good cards.
Yo, I need an introductory press conference.
That's my point. That's what I'm asking for.
I need an introductory press conference, man. Nate said, where's Shane? He said he was going to try to jump in here. That's the only reason I ain't dropped the link in the chat. I was Shane's supposed to be in here. I think T Finney's supposed to be in here. There's supposed to be a couple of people. I was trying to keep the slots open. He said there is too many boxing streaming apps. So, Nate, I agree, but at the same time, I'd rather deal with streaming apps than to deal with $80 pay-per-views that don't belong on paper.
It can add up to something. No, it's a balance. Nate, let me comment on what Nate said. You shot your spill, Jeff. I don't want to cut you off. I ain't gonna be in here that long anyway, so I might run my mouth a little bit.
Me neither. Go ahead.
I think it's like your favorite football conference or your favorite basketball conference. These are the teams you tend to follow, rock with. This might be the same thing with boxing. It just, you like Top Rank, you know what I mean? You respect the fighters on that card. You tend to pay attention a little bit more to what they're doing. So it's up to Black Prime to slot themselves in that position for the fans because they know it's other competition out there and they got to be eye-catchy as far as, people that we are used to seeing already, ESPN, Dezan. I don't know how many people mess with Pro Box, but I know I might jump up on them since they don't cost that much. And I actually like a lot of the Thompson, Sugarbird promotion cards and guys like that, the little Florida promotions that's going on. I like a lot of those cards, man, because you get some spicy fights on there. So Pro Box might get a real look from me in these next couple months. But that being said, though, I mean, it's up to Black Prime, though, really, bro, to draw you to them. I understand what he's saying, but if you look at a couple cards that they upcoming putting out, you might be the guy that starts to schedule them slots on your schedule to be like, yo, I got to be open then because I'm about to drop this 40. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's up to them to really enforce our paying attention to what they're doing. No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Listen. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. We know Black Prime Network because they signed Bud, they signed Broner, they signed Demetrius Andre. I'm just gonna keep it a bang.
DA, but didn't I say that yesterday though?
Yeah, you did say that. My man in the chat gave it up. My man J.O. gave that to us in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to J.O. But to be honest with you, Black Prime Network, and I'm definitely screenshotting this. Black Prime Network. Hey, listen, y'all need guys that's hot in these boxing streets right now. Holla at your boys, man. G5 Jeff TV, Boxing First Vlog, VP Shane. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it ain't enough guys out here that's hot in these streets. I'm just saying there ain't nobody that got the type of flavor we got. So if you want to use the platform, more than happy to do so. If you want to get on the show and actually answer some of these questions that people have, introduce yourself to the public.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Hey, man, we here. Like, you can reach us at media@g5jeftv.com, contact@g5jeftv.com, or g5jeftv@gmail.com. We got what you need. So holla at us and we can definitely set something up. But I think it's something that's definitely needed. We about 35 minutes in. I'm gonna let Nate in. Once we can cook for maybe another 15 minutes and then call it a day. Then we could do our film study tomorrow, like originally intended.
Which real quick. I don't. I know we're supposed to talk about the cards coming up, but just your thoughts, real quick. Zapata, JoJo.
That's a good fight, bro. That's a good fight. That's a 50-50. That's a 50-50 fight in my book.
The numbers, y'all can check me out on Instagram. You know what I mean? I'm doing my daily betting on boxing, bringing y'all the pro boxing lines. That's a great fight to parlay, depending on who you like. It don't got a lot of value as far as payout, but if you parlay it properly, 4 or 5 sort of fight parlay, probably get a bag. You just got obviously make the right pick, but either guy is a good choice for, you know what I mean, those that are fans of boxing and kind of don't know which way to lead. Both of them bring some sense of value as far as Zapata being a favorite. I think it's like 170 if I'm correct, but y'all got to check the Instagram for, you know what I'm saying, get the official numbers. But right now, I think JoJo like a plus 130. Not bad, you know what I mean? It doesn't cost you a lot to get in on that fight as far as a wager, but if you really want to get value, you probably parlay a fight like that.
Yeah, Zapata, I think Zapata's a really good fighter, but if JoJo's on, JoJo's
I think you get overwhelmed the power with volume. You know how you know what I mean? Those single shots might look good, but if it ain't enough of them, it ain't gonna matter.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's 100% facts, bro. Let me I'm gonna throw this link in the chat real quick. Let Nate get up in here, chat for a couple minutes. But yeah, we're gonna cook for like 10-15 minutes, and then we'll jump on tomorrow and actually do what we were supposed to do.
So yeah, I should be able to come get out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get out early tomorrow because they kept us over today, bro. And you know what I'm saying, I still gotta get some rest and go to work.
I was on T Finney. I was on T Finney joint until about maybe like 5:50. Yeah. My boxing son in the building, man. Chris G in the building, man. Big shout out to Chris G.
What's going on, nephew?
Zapata is a slight favorite. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Said Zapata is a volume
Chris,
puncher.
real quick, who you like? Did he answer that?
Good question. Yeah, Chris, who you like? Yeah, who you like? Who you like between JoJo and Zapata? And the thing is,
well, give me an idea of which way I might lean.
And the thing is, William Zapata.
I don't know. I even said it in the. I even said it in my post. I was like, I don't know. So I was like, shit, better to go the distance. Zapata got power, but JoJo don't get stopped like that. He's not a guy that gets knocked around.
Yeah, William Zapata, he probably is more talented than Jose Zapata, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? From a pure talent
Who do you think punch harder? That's a good question. One at 140, the other is 135.
Jose Zapata punch harder than William. Jose Zapata got smoked. Yeah, Jose Zapata got smoke in them gloves.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The past year, I've gotten them two dudes mixed up a couple fucking times, bro. Like, what am I talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I talking about?
Yeah, for sure. Big shout out to Nathan Carey in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro, man. It's been a minute, man. What's going on with you?
Hello, guys. How are you? You good?
Hey, man. Everything good, man. How the family and everything, man?
Good, mate. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Listen, I know you said you wanted to give us a Joshua take, man. I actually want to hear this, man.
There's other stuff to talk about, which I'll bring up after this. Right, for me, Joshua, if he'd taken that Fury fight, he would have lost, and it would have been a bad loss. And I'm so glad he didn't take it. I know boxing's about money, but sometimes you've got to think about your career and your health and, your future innings, isn't it? I know he would have earned a load of money out of that fight, but I think he's made the right decision. If you look at all the good fights, sorry.
Hey, Nate, you know the thing that's crazy, bro, that you brought up, Anthony Joshua. I was on another podcast this morning, and that came up, bro, and it was crazy because we were talking about fighters and them needing to improve their skills. You know what I'm saying? Taking fights where they can actually work on their skills. And Vlog and I talked about that a while ago with Joshua, with him, with AJ having a new trainer. But when you have so many people that got their hands in your pockets, like you basically the money man, they don't value the fact that you have to work on your craft. They don't value the fact that your growth, your development, or your development. So Nate, what you said is 100% facts, because it would have been boxing negligence if you send him in there with Fury after 2 Usyk fights, like, and he got beat clear both fights, like it was competitive.
Am I correct? This would have been his third fight or second fight with Garcia.
That was his first one.
So it would have been his second fight.
But it's not like Usyk completely annihilated him. Joshua was still standing on his feet. I know it was white. This shows how good Usyk is, doesn't it? It proves how good he is.
But Nate, we know Fury is a different animal when it comes to the wear and tear that you may get facing a Fury compared to facing a Usyk. Usyk, right. You tend to get more of a lesson. Fury, you tend to get more of a beating. You know what I mean? So we all on point when we think that was a great move not to take that fight. But real quick, what's your thoughts on this white AJ situation? Is it sparking your interest? I mean, we have seen it before.
To see Joshua against White again in a rematch? Is that what you're
asking? Like, is it sparking your interest? It's not for me. When I saw it, it didn't jump off the screen like, oh, I can't wait for that one. Like,
it is a little bit, but the problem is obviously we know White's fighting Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin is no mug. I'm not saying he's excellent, but he could cause a shock in this fight. White's punch is way down, isn't it? It's not what it was. And also, my final point before I kind of disappear, Joshua, he can rebuild his way to a world title, but he will probably win a vacant belt. It just won't be against any of the top, the super top guys, because we've got a new generation coming through.
Hey Nate, let me ask you something real quick, bro. Let me ask you something real quick. If it's up to you, if you're guiding Joshua's career, right? Let's say take the money part out of it, right? You're trying to rebuild AJ. How would you go about it?
I would put him. You can laugh at this. I'll put him in with someone like an Areola or a Manuel Chai. I have 1 or 2 fights of that level. Then I'll put him up with somebody top 20, who's a bit better. But I'd keep him away from Wilder. I'd keep him away from Joyce. I'd keep him away from anyone who's super dangerous. Put him in there with someone like a Chisora or a White. Someone like a White still got his name.
What's your thoughts on this name, Nate? Zhang, Big Bang against AJ. What's your thoughts on that? I know that's a money fight. I'm sure that'll cash out.
That's a good money fight. It's also an easy fight for Joshua, I believe, and it's a big money fight at the same time because obviously in China, 1 billion people or whatever it is, they love them.
So basically, you're saying it's a type of fight that he can actually work on some of the things inside the ring that him and Robert are doing in the gym.
Yeah. So this is a proven method, isn't it? Lennox Lewis did it. All the guys did it,
Yeah.
It's not like the old days where we have Joe Lewis and that lot and everybody fights, 10 times a year. The thing with Joshua, he's got the wrong people around him, I believe. If he had the right people like Emmanuel Stewart, he needs someone like that,
A Buddy McGirt.
A Buddy McGirt to be a good pick too. Hey, Nate, and you know another thing, man. Like, I felt like even when AJ was on his hot streak, I felt like he could have benefited from a change in trainers. But boxers don't ever look at,
Did they ever add anybody to his camp, like somebody to work on something specific?
Nah.
I know he had that lead guy from his amateur, but they never added an extra voice.
No, not until the Ruiz loss. That's when they started adding people.
Yeah, that's when they started.
Should we be honest about it? The problem is he won an easy belt when it was around, before Charles Martin was developed. They got him in there for a while. But how could you turn that down? You couldn't. But in my opinion, that's probably done more damage. Do you think this is long term done more damage than what it has done? With him getting the world title too early.
I think no. You definitely had to take advantage of that. And I think AJ did a good job even after the Charles Martin fight. But we all have that boxing eye. Like, we watch boxing different than a lot of other people. So what we do is, even if AJ wins a fight, we'll break down a fight and be like, you know what? If AJ does this against another opponent, he's not getting away with that. Yeah. We look at the pros and cons, whether he wins big or loses or whatever. So you've seen a lot of flaws in AJ's game, even when he was on his hot streak.
Tell you what. Do you want me to tell you, he's not hungry anymore. He's not hungry. He's not that hungry anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we call that, Nate? Tell him what we call it.
We call that silk sheets. We call that silk sheets.
Like He's forgotten who he
Yeah,
is.
bro. That he got comfortable, bro. You got that linen and lace
Hey,
going all
hey,
around the
hey,
house,
hey,
silk sheets,
Nate.
candlelight burning.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You
Nate.
got a little soft. We ain't gonna lie. You got a little soft.
if I went
Nate.
to Joshua, I was coach, look, these people need to fucking go. Sort
Yo,
yourself out. Be the person you used to fucking be. Not
hey,
this
Nate.
bullshit.
He got like sage in his bedroom, yo, and incense, like and silk sheets.
He got potpourri burning on the stove.
He got potpourri burning on the stove, man.
But
Like,
on
Hey,
a serious
hey,
note,
I got
he
real
should
quick
start.
though, real quick. This will give me an idea of where y'all think he's at as far as ranking him with in this current state of heavyweights. Does
Do you
he
want me to be
beat
honest? I'm
Herkovic?
giving you a quick one.
Hold on, Nate, real quick, Nate, answer this for me. Does he
Yeah.
beat Herkovic?
From what I've seen, yes. 9 times out of 10 he beats
yeah,
it.
not
So
the
it
way
sounds like
Herkovic
he's
looked
still
against
B
Zane.
plus, kind of A minus, still that guy. And for me, he showed improvement. That left hook to the body, very consistent, paid off for him in that fight. That's something definitely new that he's used consistently. I'm sure he's probably thrown it in fights in the past, but not something he keyed in on and started becoming repetitive motion for him. He was really looking to land that, and that's a good punch. So if you doing things like that, you telling me you can improve. You can add a couple wrinkles to the game even at this stage in your career.
Do you think he'd beat Joyce? Because I'm starting to wonder if he would. I don't think he would, do you? At this
Nah,
stage.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Only
He beat
person I
Silva.
really think could beat Joyce is probably two people. It's gonna be Fury because he can deal with punishment, and we know he can because of what he went through with D. Wilder.
Yeah.
That said, it would be Usyk because we know Usyk's a real technician, and when he fights smart, he fought smart against Chisora. Remember, he never really engaged, but he got his work off. I think he could probably pull that same thing off against Joyce.
Yeah, I tell you what I think about how a Fury Usyk fight would go. I don't think it would be the fight we were expecting it. I think it would be a dull kind of fight, very technical. I don't think you'll see any knockdowns. I just think it would be very technical. Fury might stop him in the ninth or the 10th round, but for 3 or 4 rounds, I could see Usyk running rings around him.
Yeah,
for 3 or 4 rounds, and then
that's still an interesting fight. It ain't a bad fight though. We gotta be honest. That's not a marquee pay-per-view, but as far as boxing hardcore, because you got the big brawler, slugger.
Would you agree and say that Usyk is more skillful than Fury? I would have to say at this point here. He's a little bit better boxer.
Who's more skillful than Fury?
For me, I think it's different kind of skills.
There's not a lot in it. There's not a lot in it.
You said is Usyk more skillful than Fury?
Do you think he's a little bit more skillful? Would you say?
Oh yeah, he's definitely more skillful than Fury. Like
I see,
he's definitely more skillful.
I would agree, but slightly differentiate because Fury is skilled at what he does. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he is like for that style, that grinding. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's good at what he does. That's all I can say. Remember the Drunken Master?
Yeah.
I do.
That style of awkwardness, he was good at that. There's not a lot of fighters that are awkward and they're good at being awkward. They just make it through their careers being awkward.
Hey, Vlog, I'll meet you in the middle of the street. Hold on, real quick, Nick. I'll meet you in the middle of the street, Vlog. Tyson Fury is one of the best at winning fights, whichever way it needs to come. He can win a fight in 5, 6 different ways. What'd you say?
That's such a shit fight, isn't it? Derek Chisora against Fury.
Oh, bro, yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That fight is trash, man.
They said they got tickets sold for that shit already. They said they got numbers for that. You ain't paying for it,
Nate? You paying for it?
Because I don't want to pay for something I've seen before twice. It don't make any sense. I know.
That's why I asked you earlier, Nate. Hold up, Nate, real quick. That's why I asked you earlier your thoughts on White AJ. It's like we've seen it before, but you said, if I'm correct, you said it's sort of intriguing to you.
we've only seen it once. That's the difference. Both fighters have gotten better. Obviously, White's punch resistance is gone, you know, but it's a different kind of fight. You know, it's probably closer, a little bit closer than the Chisora.
I see what you're saying.
Fight.
Let me jump in these comments real quick.
From that point of view, yeah. That's why you got to listen.
These comments
right, guys.
You always listen.
I got you. Away then. I'll see. Are you on tomorrow?
Yeah, hey bro, listen, jump on with us tomorrow, man. Like we're gonna do like film study and all that, man.
What time?
I don't know if you
what time?
Around the same time.
It's 12
around the same time.
Okay, now.
Yeah, around what time good? What time you usually up? Like what time is good for you?
Because I work night shift, so I'll be up at about 11 this sort of time. I'll be up. So.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no. We're gonna be on tomorrow. So I don't know where you seen I was going live at, but I'm gonna post in the same spots. So we'll definitely be on tomorrow, man. I'll definitely let you in the door, man, earlier, and we can cook up.
Okay, Jeff. Okay, Vlog. Right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
All right,
Thank
bro.
you for having me on.
All right, bro.
Take care. Bye.
All right, you got
Bye.
it, bro.
Bye.
Chris G. Hold on. He said Zepeda. I like Zepeda in that one. I've been a fan of Zepeda since he fought Tanahara, but I knew of him before that fight. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Chris G. Joshua makes like high end 8 figures every fight. He's definitely in those silk sheets, bro. He got silk sheets in different colors, man. Like yo, he got a vlog. Yo, AJ got a velvet. He got a velvet mailbox, yo. He got a velvet mailbox.
You say it's artificial turf silk? Man, show you right.
Oh man, that's some funny shit.
I mean, but I'm getting, man. We was giving them a little bit of the business over time on the channel. You know, critiquing them kind of hard, especially coming from Shane's side. I would say that a little bit more. He's been a bit harder and rougher because that's obviously you know what I'm saying, country mate and all of that sort of thing. So I get it, him being a little harder, but I did slightly see improvement. I still question Robert Garcia's style for him, but the consistency of that left hook, which is a very underused punch in the heavyweight division.
I think
this body work in general is very underused in the heavyweight division. So
I think the biggest thing that I seen in AJ, and I don't even know if I can credit this to Robert Garcia, AJ looked like he wanted to win. Like he looked like he wanted to win, man. Like he was motivated for that fight, man. Like he was willing to actually fight. He showed effort. My man,
Clarence, that's how you know great minds think alike. I was thinking that as soon as you was about to start talking, effort. The word effort came on my mind.
Yeah, my man Clarence McLean in the building, man. He got one of the hottest podcast out right now. Is just strictly on Instagram, man. No Duck Zone podcast, man. He be having me locked in the mornings, man. Big shout out to Clarence McLean, man.
Man, I be missing him, bro. I be in his class, man. I be missing him.
I be tapped, bro. I be tapped in, man. Like they be in there bugging.
Yo, I don't want to tell him I'll do nothing, but you know where to help cats like me? Put some clips up, bro.
Bro, you know what I mean? Clarence, bro, this is what I need you to do, bro. Like we're struggling with this too in terms of the consistency in which we do it. But I'm telling you, bro, it's successful. Take certain clips from your show, like highlight moments where something might be funny or a really good point or a controversial point or something like that, and actually record it and actually drop it as a snippet. Like drop it like a snippet on Instagram. So your podcast be like longer than mine. Your joint be like 2 hours long, like 2 hours plus. The thing is, bro, everybody's not going to watch all of that all at one time. And that's something that we had to learn. So we were getting more views off of a 1 minute clip than we was getting off of the entire show. So you might have to start going through your actual show and find maybe 3-4 clips and actually put them on Instagram, man. But you can call my phone. We can definitely rap about that if you need more info on that. But go look at my page and look at the clips, like the one that I put up with Vlog on it. And Vlog was what Vlog said? Oh yeah, Vlog was like, what if kind of been get breast milk or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's going to work. It's going to take your joint to the next level, because your joint, you got the same problem we have. We be dropping so many gems in the podcast, bro, that if we don't chop it up, people gonna miss it. You know what I mean? But we could definitely rap about that. Chris G said 60 to 80 million every fight for a long time now. Yeah, man. He got a Chris G. He got a shower cap made out of $100 bills, yo. Like he just
no, that nigga foot pass to the shitter got $1,000 footprint pass on it. Directly to the shitter. Oh, it's that way. Got to take $1,000 pass.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he been definitely up there highest paid. I know Fury and them did some numbers in them last couple fights, but I don't think Fury even been racking money like that. He's definitely been that guy. Him, Canelo, we got Tank pulling up the rear. Obviously, we believe like a guy like Ryan Garcia can really sell like that, but we don't know. Just because you get a GMC commercial don't mean somebody paying $80 for your pay-per-view, my dude. That's all I'm saying. I heard dude call him the A+ side on that boxing voice little situation. I don't know who the cat was, but you know me, I'll be scrolling through the gram and you hear it, and then you give them a second. It's not that like I really be tapping into their podcast like that, but they be doing that clip shit. They put up just, I guess, the right piece to catch your ear. And I'm like listening to this dude. He was like, "Oh man, y'all must didn't see the GMC commercial." So I actually popped up on one of my commercials on YouTube. And I'm like, well, just because you got a GMC commercial don't mean you the A side when it comes to selling fights. And who says people going to buy that electric truck because of Ryan Garcia? It's still an electric truck running around in the desert. Bro, where you charging that at? Some of these commercials don't make no sense. But anyway, that was the commercial. Y'all go check it out. Truck look clean though, I ain't gonna lie. But
the truck definitely look clean. The truck definitely.
I just don't think that guarantees you 1 million followers telling that a million of them. I'm a guaranteeing you 250,000 of them a bunch of 14-year-olds, bunch of 14-year-old young girls. So are they buying fights? Come on now, you see what I'm saying? So I don't see how he equates him being more outside of the ring marketed as fight value.
It's completely separate.
I believe that, but the way he was talking, I don't know who the guy was. Everybody can go, rock with the boxing voice and do their homework to see who that gentleman was. But I disagree with what he was saying. And he was saying it real sarcastic, like throwing straight shade, throwing shots. You know what I mean? Even if it was some blank shots, he was popping. He had to start a pistol popping.
I would lose my whole reputation, bro. I pull up to a fight in a Ryan Garcia GMC truck. Like I'd rather pull up in a 2000 Bonneville, man. Like I got a reputation.
Why not the Bonnie?
Pull out the Bonnie.
Now what you say, a Grand Prix is still rolling.
Pull out
just
that
past
Grand
the
Prix.
missions.
Yeah, that man, I got the Buick Century out with the fake stickers, man.
Don't have me go back and pull out the Porsche.
Yo, my guy in the building, man. My guy, stay ready in the building, man. Big shout out, bro.
What's up with it, fam?
Ain't nothing,
What's going
man.
on,
I was just chopping it up with your boy Mo City earlier this morning, man. That's my guy, man.
Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the homie, man.
Yeah, what's up with you, bro?
Man, chilling. I seen you live. I said, let me go check him out. I don't get a chance to hear my bro often. I seen you had the link in the chat. I said, you know what? Let me cook with my brother. You know.
Yeah, hey, bro, man. I'm gonna stay on a couple extra minutes for you, man. Bro, what is your opinion on this Black Prom thing, man? Like, I'm hearing so many different opinions, man. Like, and we ain't chatted in a minute. Like, what's your thoughts on it, bro?
So let me be honest. I'm a boxing fan at the end of the day. So what brought me to this sport is is being a boxing fan. What's gonna keep me in this sport is because I'm a boxing fan. Giving me more boxing, I'm not disappointed about it at all whatsoever. Give me more, give me all the boxing. I want it. The only thing I'm upset about in any form, way, fashion is that I'm not getting the Earl Spence Bud fight next. Other than that, I don't care. It's more boxing.
Yeah.
And they Black owned. So that's even better.
Yeah,
Let me interject real quick, Jeff.
Go ahead, bro.
I analyzed it this way yesterday on the live. I said, what if this is PBC's way to find out what Bud's true value is, as far as really the draw, views, maybe sales, you know what I'm saying? Obviously sales, but I think more views, more or less, for them, you know what I mean? Because views equate to sales, obviously, to a certain extent. That being said, do you agree with that? Is this something that you think that they may be looking at from that angle?
Hell, what if this is a new platform PBC is going to because they don't got Fox no more?
Bro, listen,
Did
bro.
we say
This
that
is why
yesterday?
I said that yesterday. Bro, you know the thing that's crazy, stay ready.
What's up?
You see so many people posting, and they like, yo, Broner got rid of PBC to go sign with Black Prime. And I'm like, and these are like hardcore people. And I'm like, so we got on here yesterday and was cooking. We like, yo, Al Heyman contracts is airtight, bro. Like, Al Heyman don't just let you out of a contract for you to go sign with somebody else for $10 million. I'm like, bro, he has to give the green light. I said, so this is probably a PBC Black Prime Network collabo.
Y'all got to remember this. Do you know how many people has left the PBC but was still under the PBC? Like, let's not forget that. Mikey Garcia was still under the PBC fight. So was Dan Jacobs. So was what's my dog? The Ukrainian. Fuck. He fought Jamel early in Jamel's career.
The one that Triple G fought?
Yeah, and he said not Evan. I said Evan.
Yeah. What's his Lomachenko?
No, not Lomachenko. He said he regret leaving the PBC, but even Al still had connections. Like, you never truly leave the PBC.
You don't, and that's what I'm saying, bro.
In contracts.
Yeah, like it was crazy, man. Because I'm like, so now you look at it, right? So of course the Bud and Spence thing not happening next, and there was a bunch of fingers getting pointed all over the place. Stay ready. You can't tell me Al Heyman ain't know about that Avenesian deal.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he did. I think that was something different. I honest to God, really do think that was different.
Really?
And I'm gonna tell you why he might have did, but I'm gonna tell you why. He's not Bud's advisor. Daniel Canahan is.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. The reason I'm thinking he knew, let me rephrase that. I think he knew about Black Prime Network prior to that. The Avenesian fight he may not have known about, but I think he was definitely up on things. And you really got to put one and two together. Like, if Blue Blood was talking to them long enough to get some type of deal worked out, Al Heyman definitely was talking to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just crazy how things is like working out. But at the end of the day, I'm like, are we gonna get fights on Black Prime? Is the stream gonna be good? Is it gonna be quality opponents? bro, you know we were saying, we was joking around about it earlier, but we was dead serious, bro. I'm like, yo, they need to do like an introductory conference, like a press conference, like an introductory press conference.
They should.
Even if they ain't got none of the fighters there. Like,
but we was also keeping it solid too. That impression you made with introducing Adrian Broner as, you know, a sort of comeback scenario, it looked terrible, bro. Looked like somebody slept on your banner. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner, he spoke well though. I'm gonna give him that. I don't know if the questions or the intro was as solid as it could have been, but you know, this is first time out the gate. You know, everything ain't gonna be 100, I guess. So hopefully, like I said, I'm optimistic that they can improve. But my main thing is the tech. The tech is so important.
That stream got to be right, man. Like that stream has got to be right. Now I've watched a couple Pro Box TV cards. Now they stream is on point. Stream is on point. I haven't had one issue with Pro Box TV because my dog, Cruz Hitman Stewart was on a card, I think maybe like 2 months ago, and he was fighting on the card. He was a co-main event on the card, but he signed with Salida, and they had him fighting out there in Florida. So I copped the Pro Box TV for that, and that stream was on point. I had no problems with it at all, man. But that's gonna be, they need to
these people trying to reach a wider audience too.
They need to reach out to the G5 Jeff TVs and the Boxing First vlogs and the Stay Ready Boxings and all that.
They definitely need to reach out.
They need to reach out because listen, no disrespect to Blue Blood. I don't know him personally. No disrespect to Blue Blood, but he reaches his subscribers is a lot, but his demographic is real specific.
Yeah,
I'm like, you gotta reach the Stay Readies, the G5 Jeff TVs, the Boxing First vlogs, like the YSMs, the Bushidos. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we international over here. Goodfellas Podcast International.
I'm gonna throw you a bone. You know I got another channel, right? That's why y'all haven't seen nothing on my channel. Go to Ringside Views and you'll see all the interviews. We just interviewed Raymond Ford yesterday, but it won't be up to next week. It's me and
okay. Yeah, I was wondering that. You haven't popped up in a while. Come to think about it,
it's me and another person. It's my partner Val. We business partners. We doing it together, and it's Ringside View, and you'll see the Regis Prograis, the Shakur Stevensons.
Yeah, I just subbed to it, bro.
All the interviews, all the top talents. We got. I'm working on.
Send me the link, Jeff, to the IG.
Yeah, I got you. Cool Boy Steph, getting an interview with him coming up. Dave Morrell. Val speaks Spanish, so y'all gonna get that.
That's a big look. That's a big look, homie.
Ronnie.
Okay. You got Quentin Randall. Okay.
Yeah.
Ray Talib. Yeah, y'all stack. Yeah. Y'all stack.
What's up?
No. We definitely. I be needing stuff to listen to on the late night anyway when I be at work, man. So I'm gonna definitely run through a lot of these joints. But yeah, Black Prime. They need to holler at us, like for sure. Like they need to holler at us. Like not even trying to be funny. Man. Like not even trying to be funny.
We just another antenna, you know what I mean? Another way to get to the airwaves, reach the people.
I just hope they don't think that just reaching out to one YouTube outlet is going to get them where they need to be. If they really trying to get it popping, they need to reach out to us. They need to reach out to the YSMs and the Bushidos, and you know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of other channels they need to reach out to if they really trying to get it popping. Really trying to get it popping. No disrespect to Blue Blood. Blue Blood ain't enough though.
Yeah, that's the homie, and I
he's not enough. If you promising people 10 million, you promising people $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to tap into every resource, and they need to look at it like, now don't get it twisted. Ain't none of us doing no free services, but you can definitely spread that bread around, and you gonna get to where you need to be. You're gonna get to where you need to be. You're gonna get a lot more people buying them $40 pay-per-view, then
You
like you know what I'm
gotta
saying?
you gotta have different ways to build the promotion, like different voices. You can't have this one voice trying to echo your whole concept and force feed it to the public. You got to be able to spoon feed from different angles. Maybe somebody ain't ready to eat this day. They used to eating over here. You got to be able to feed them over there if that's your concept of being able to reach them. You see what I'm saying? So, what I mean, maybe that's a little bit too tricky for the squares to understand, but the real ones dig my words. But you feel me?
Hey man, big shout out to VP Shane, man. Fresh out the barbershop, man.
What's up,
going
man?
on?
Got new lighting, got new
What's up?
lighting and all that, man.
What's
Looking
up?
clean.
What's up, Blunt? Stay ready. I haven't heard from you in a while. What's up, man? What
Yo,
up?
this dude got a brand new channel with a bunch of interviews on it, man.
You stay ready.
Styling on us on the low, man.
He making majors. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? We congratulate you, dude.
Yeah.
I can't even hear you, bro. I can hear Blunt. I can't hear Stay Ready.
Oh man, I'm just what's going on, family?
I'm good, man.
Hey, bro. Hey,
did
Shane.
I just tell him we international?
Yeah, for sure.
We international.
Yeah, I told Shane. We was talking about the whole Black Prime thing.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, no joking around. I'm like, they need to holler at people like us, Stay Ready, YSM, Shido, and guys like that on a YouTube tip. You know what I mean? To really get their movement popping. They don't have no movement right now.
The issue that BLK is that, I mean, Black Prime, I don't know what the issue that they have is, and I support anyone who's bringing revenue into boxing, so I support it. The issue that they have though is they are similar to the Zone. They're doing something in a completely new way with no solid foundation, so they're just gonna hemorrhage money. The issue that they have right now is fighters like Crawford, fighters like Spence. Who else is there? Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder. Those fighters, they're looking for particular fights, and the opponents that they're looking for are already signed with some form of network. So this station or network or this television channel or whatever, they're gonna struggle to get the big fights onto their platforms, because you're not gonna see a Spence Crawford there, you're not gonna see a Wilder AJ there, or Tank Davis Ryan Garcia on these platforms. What they need to do is kind of do it in a Triller way, where they almost build up a bit of awareness before they go for that big bang, because I don't think they're gonna be able to generate the interest enough for them to get those big fights on their platform. Instantly, anyway.
And let me throw this out here too. And I got my entrepreneurial hat on right now. With them having these pay-per-views, and I'm only saying this because they already reached out to one YouTube channel. They probably need to make like some partnership deals with some YouTube channels, to where if the YouTube channels can get people to actually buy the pay-per-views, you get kickback.
You know what I'll do, bro? I'll go even further, bro. I'll put the undercards on these fights for these pay-per-views on some of these dudes' channels.
On these YouTube channels, yeah.
Literally, bro. I remember when MTK Global first started, bro, they were putting their undercards and their fights on IFL TV, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it just makes it so much easier for the consumer,
Right, and then you're putting your product in front of the common fan. You're putting your product in front of the common fan, and it's like, and this is why I said they need to reach out to more than just a blue blood. And I hope they're not looking at it like whoever has the most subs, that's who they're gonna go to. Because if that's the case, then you're gonna really be looking at a blue blood, and then you're gonna be looking at like a ES News and like a Boxing Ego and guys that have, like these huge numbers, but they have a specific niche. Like, you wouldn't look at those guys and be like, they're actually like
the core. You know what I'm saying? Like they're popular, but they're not the core.
Let me say this.
Go on.
Let me say this. Those dudes, they popular, but are they able to reach a certain demographic? Like,
And that's
you
the
understand what I'm
thing.
saying? Like, their popularity might come from people once in a while hitting up a video and then kind of turn it over like that. Like, if you got a core base that really rock with you, that's hard to really just say one person has it, one person doesn't, based on numbers that could be bought. And that's no cap to any YouTuber, but we know how the game goes.
Yeah.
Why you think it took so long for me to get 1,000 people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you literally probably gotta buy that shit.
Like, you know what it is, bro? Even to add on to what you guys are saying, more importantly is, are you getting a new market? Because the people who watch Ellie Setback, and shout out to Ellie Setback and all of those dudes, you know, whether it's Fight Hype, Fight Hub, whatever, you know, they're going to be the same run-of-the-mill fan. You know, what you gotta understand is majority of those people, yeah, exactly. Majority of those people who are subscribed to those channels are subscribed to those channels because of a Canelo video or a Wilder video or, you know, Wilder content, something that was innate, that they were able to capture the casual fan. You know, there isn't 500,000, in my opinion, there isn't 500,000 die-hard hardcore boxing fans in America, in my opinion, based on what I've seen. Well, if there isn't a YouTube channel that has 500,000 hardcore boxing fans. Anyone who has 1 million to 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, you can imagine about 70% of those are casual. Maybe 65 at a very push, but majority of the people that are on those channels are casuals. Now, the reason why that's a problem is because casuals watch casual fights. So they watch the Wilder versus Fury, the Canelo versus Golovkin, the Garcia versus Tank. Those aren't the fights that you're going to be bringing to the platform. The casuals aren't going to be watching Terence Crawford versus Avanesian. It's the hardcore fans that you need to capture. And you need hardcore channels. So I'll give you a example. Go on, take over. Go on.
No, I just said I agree. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, of course. Like, for example, someone like 78, for example, 78 Sports. I can tell you that whoever follows him, I know is of a certain understanding when it comes to boxing, because he doesn't do casual boxing. He doesn't do the clickbait boxing. He does a lot of Wilder stuff, but he's not someone who jumps on the bandwagon most of the time. His opinions are very, very outlandish, but you know his fan base to a certain degree is gonna have more of a hardcore percentage than, let's say, a Eddie Setback or a Fight Hub.
Yeah, we in a really interesting situation right now. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Vlog.
Oh no, I agree with everything the little homie said, man. Your base gotta be. Now, I wouldn't say just a paying base, but a base that pays attention to what's going on in boxing. Because we like boxing, we love boxing. I was saying it yesterday. It boils down to the love of boxing. If you love boxing, you're gonna give something like this an opportunity as a hardcore boxing fan. So to support them, Shane hit it on the nail. You're gonna need some hardcore boxing channels that have different varieties of outreach that are consistent and improving. Like, yo, this guy's in the chat from New Zealand rocking with these dudes. Oh man, G5 only got 8,000, 9,000 people. Who is this vlog dude? Credited writer? What? Who is this loudmouth dude? But it be on point though. Yo, he could probably break down some of our fights real well. Like, you can't overlook these opportunities for these different voices to be able to give some input and some promotion to your channel for next to nothing as far as monetary value. You see what
I'm
I'm saying?
emailing them dudes, yo. I'm emailing them dudes.
We've had like so many people try to go into boxing. You know what? Even Jay-Z at one stage was in boxing. We've had so many people try to get into the sport.
Yeah,
So
and
could
that's
this
the
be a quick flash in the pan? You know, is this
well.
a we
This the
don't know.
thing though. This the thing though, Shane. It's been a lot of people that's tried to get into the sport, and a lot of them have tried to sign Al Heyman fighters. This is the first time Al Heyman's actually signed off on one of his fighters actually signing on to a whole different network. Not like a Danny Jacobs situation. Like this a whole separate deal. Like you never heard of Danny Jacobs having a whole separate deal. He was just able to go play across the street. Like he actually gave us the green light. That's actually the news that's within this story. It's not even about Broner getting in the ring. It's really about Heyman.
The issue with this though is it's the right fighter. If it was a Tank Davis, if it was an Errol Spence, then I'd be like, okay, but it's the right fighter. AB,
But
he can take the risk with AB though.
yeah, he can take the risk, but at the same time, though, it's really the principle about it. The fact that he signed off on it. He don't ever sign off on nothing in regards to this. Actually giving the green light on another network having his fighter. That's big, even though if it is AB.
I mean, it is big, but at the same time, I think Al Heyman is, for me, I'm just keeping it 100. I think this is the direction where boxing is going. And Al Heyman, to a certain degree, he's probably still kind of slow on the uptake because he's still working with the Fox and the Showtime. He's not using the apps like ESPN or The Zone. And I'm not saying ESPN or The Zone are better than PBC. I would never say that. But I'm saying we can all agree that the direction in where sport is moving, period, is things have to be quick and easy. You know, very palatable. You don't have to go through all of the different streams, you know, to just watch something. I feel like we could all agree that in terms of customer journey, PBC are probably the hardest to digest. You know, 9 times out of 10 you're paying for a pay-per-view, 9 times out of 10 you're getting a trash undercard, and 9 times out of 10 it's either on a Fox, Showtime, and the streams aren't as good. You know, it's not as accessible as, let's say, a DAZN or ESPN. I'm not saying that makes it that their quality is better as a company. I just feel like they're less advanced in terms of technology. That's the best way I should put it. In terms of technology and interaction with the public and the next generation, I would say PBC are the slowest on the uptake. And something like this BOK could be something that Al Heyman may want to invest in the future. So that could also be a reason.
Yeah, we got to do more homework on the actual company.
Is that international? It's BOK international.
I think it is. I think it is. And that's the thing.
It's international, that also gives them a leg up, because I think PBC is the only promotional company without a global deal right now.
They don't have a global deal or outside of they really don't have anyone outside of Showtime.
But Showtime still isn't global.
That's my point. They only have one full-time network. That's Showtime. That's it.
And that's United States only. And we can see the issues with what that causes, because Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. If they had international TV on that, we wouldn't be discussing 15 million, 10 million. International TV would have covered a large majority of that. So
and they have a couple hundred fighters with no slots. Like if you look up their roster, like, and people, like I say this and people be like, oh, you anti-PBC. I'm like, no, I'm greedy, yo. I want to see all my fighters fighting more than once a year, yo. Like I want to see some fights. Like I'm greedy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't have to wait 16, 18 months for me to see a fighter that I like to watch fight. Like it's crazy to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely crazy to me. Like, that's why I'm like, it just, the only mistake Al really made, yo, is how many bridges he's burnt as far as networks. It's the only mistake he's made, because he's burned through like 4 different networks. Like, to the point of no return. He had Spike TV, burned to the ground. Bounce, burnt to the ground. HBO, completely out of business. Fox, I think they never really like fully like invested like 10 toes down in it. You know what I mean? Even when they was involved, I don't think they were like, it was kind of like a secondary thing for them. You know what I mean? Like, Showtime's really the only network that's like a true network.
We're in a situation right now where I don't care what anyone says. Something has to give in boxing. I've been watching boxing for not as long as you guys, obviously, but I've been watching boxing for years. And I would say that we've been on a height in terms of what we've been getting in terms of value. You know, last year we got a few unifications. This year we got a few unifications. And I felt like, you know, we've seen a lot of cross-promotional deals, fighters getting ridiculously high purses. And I feel like we're starting to, if we haven't reached the crescendo or the plateau of this peak, we're definitely coming up to it. And
yeah,
something has to give, because every other week there's a pay-per-view. Every other week there's a pay-per-view. Every other week there is a fight either being cancelled or rescheduled because of someone has a so-called injury or something, but we all know it's because they didn't sell enough tickets. We see, you know, it's
fighters are much weaker than they used to be.
Yeah.
What do you say? Stay ready. I didn't even hear you, bro.
Oh, hold on. I said these fighters are much weaker than they used to be.
Yeah, definitely. But they're also, you know what it is? It's like they're weaker, but they want more.
Yeah, like
it's that.
It's crazy. Like it's crazy because I'm like, it's like, you know, like take a Pro Grades, for example, right? To be honest with you, if he didn't get on social media and start blasting folks for him not getting his opportunity, when Jose Ramirez took the fight, like didn't take the fight because he was getting married and all that, Pro Grades probably doesn't get the call.
More than likely,
he probably doesn't get the call if he's not on social media blasting.
I gotta tell you, you know, Pro Grades is a friend of mine.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, he was supposed to get that fight before Ramirez.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he already fought the eliminator. He was supposed to be the mandatory,
right?
But he told me before the shit was announced that he was probably gonna get the fight. He just hadn't got. This was before anybody knew Ramirez. He told me out his mouth that Ramirez having a baby. That the WBC just announced that shit. It ain't guaranteed that fight gonna happen. And this was before he went on his rant. Then he went on his rant, and that's what happened. And it's a little
Pro Grade is a victim of Pro Grade, Demetrius Andrade. Who else?
They're a victim of their own skills, yo.
Not even
victim of their own skills.
They're a victim of their own skills, but they're a victim of an incredibly toxic environment, which we call boxing. The truth is, bro, right now, everybody is just crabs in a bucket. Promoters, governing bodies, fans, everybody's just trying to get what they can get to appease themselves. Managers, nobody cares about morals or right or wrong, because the truth is, I feel like everybody's looking at it like you got a lot of people around a similar age, and I feel like a lot of people have seen the likes of Fury, AJ, Canelo, you know, Wilder make large sums of money, Golovkin, and everybody's just trying to make that same sum of money. So wherever they can make that dollar, that's where they're going. And I don't blame them for it, because boxing is that type of sport. But the issue that we're having is, people are trying to do it the shortcut way. You know, Wilder had to take a lot of those lesser fights to build his name up so we can do those pay-per-views. The issue that a lot of people are trying to do, they're trying to fast it. Like Crawford, for example. To me, all due respect to Crawford, in terms of skill, he deserves all the purses in the world. But you just don't generate that income. You just don't generate it. And a lot of these fighters are demanding purses, and they don't generate that. They don't generate it. Tevin Farmer, and Mickey Bate. You know, that fight got pulled through. Those fighters don't warrant that type of money. If we look at the paperwork and the numbers, they don't warrant that purse.
Wow,
and
bro.
That's the problem. There's about
And this-
12, 13 fighters in boxing right now who are probably, every fight they're fighting, they're probably operating at a loss. They're a promotional company.
Listen, for a while, I think his number went down a little bit. Landy Lara was making 7 figures a fight and was guaranteed a main event slot. Like it's fighters like that, skill wise, you know they deserve it, but they just don't bring they put nobody in the seats. That's why when people talk about Broner, I'm like, you know, they was like, oh well, you know, because I don't know if you've seen it, Shane, but yesterday, you know, Wyatt Son was in the comments. He said, he was like, well, Broner only won 1 fight in the last 5 years. Like, I'm not excited about the news. So my response was, when he fought Giovanni Santiago, everybody asses was sitting in front of the TV watching it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when he was getting ready to fight Figueroa, I was like, everybody was gonna sit and watch it.
You want me to be
Bro,
honest?
as much I would say, as much as Adrian Broner get all the slack he gets, he is probably one of the most sought after fights. Like, everybody wants to fight him. You know why everybody wants to fight him? It's because no matter what, he's gonna sell the fight, and people gonna come watch him fight.
Yeah.
I actually think, and this is me being honest, I actually think AB was probably one of the worst people they could have signed first. And you guys might say I'm crazy for saying this, but the issue is, all honesty, I don't even think this dude wins his next fight. So that's the problem you got right there. I don't
think they care though. I don't think they care.
You can't build a foundation on someone who's not winning fights, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what he can. He has a name. It doesn't matter who you put in the ring with. Just because you got a name, they're gonna come watch you.
If he's coming off, let's say he loses his next fight.
He's not a champion, so it doesn't matter who he's fighting. We know he's not fighting for a title right now. So you think they could have put him in there with somebody that's another name? He is the name.
But the problem is, PBC tried to do that, and he lost his last fight. They just gave him the win. That's my problem.
And that's why
I can't think of anyone in the top 30 at 140 that he can beat right now. I'm being dead serious,
bro. And that's why I said the thing is, you have to put Broner up against some type of a name. The worst thing that can happen to Broner is him taking a bad loss against a no-name guy. I'm like, as long as they keep him in the ring with someone. Now, Figueroa has a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a diminished talent inside of the ring, but he has a name. I'm like, as long as Broner's in the ring with guys like that, win or lose, they're still gonna watch him, and he's one of the few in the sport that can get away with that. Nobody's thinking Broner's gonna come in his next fight and set the world on fire. That's just not. He hasn't shown that. He hasn't shown that in years. You know what I'm saying? This is strictly, can he get eyeballs on the TV screen or on the app or on, like, it's literally a money move for Broner. It's literally a money move. I mean, for them.
Who do you make his first fight on
you
this?
You know who I would do, just minus the red tape and all that, and it would check pretty much all the boxes of Rolly. It'll be hella entertaining, and it's a winnable fight for him. And people can't, and bro, and people can't, bro, and people can't laugh at it because people bought Tank Rolly.
But I don't think it's winnable, bro.
Wow, you think Rolly mops him?
Easy work.
What you think? Stay ready.
Nope. I think Rolly is easy work. Rolly's footwork. I'm gonna tell you why. And as much as Shane, you watch boxing and you got a high boxing IQ. I'm surprised you say it's easy work. I don't think so. One, I don't think Rolly gonna get a punch off because he telegraphs everything he throws. Two, his feet are pointed in the opposite direction that he's punching in. His stance is all off. All his power comes from his arms. He don't torque from his hips.
I,
I'm telling you all mechanics what he does wrong. And if you
bro,
hold on, and if you got bad mechanics, when you fight somebody like Adrian Broner, who has one thing I know, he might not let his hands go, but he has deceptive power. He has very deceptive power. So if he and if he wants to, it doesn't take much to get somebody like a Rolly out of there. Rolly has been fighting people who's been scared of his power because of what he was doing in sparring. But we all knew what was going to happen when he fought somebody with a high boxing IQ and a Tank. Why you think Tank knew he was going to knock him out? It was an easy fight.
I mean, I
Hey,
agree with
Shane.
you, bro. I 100. Everything you said is correct.
Hey Shane,
But-
I'll meet you in the middle of the street on this one, bro. If Broner can't beat Rolly, then that's all we need to know.
But bro, this is my problem. Everything you said, stay ready, bro. I 100% agree. Mechanically, Rolly is horrible. He is a horrible fighter to watch. I mean, it's appalling to watch. And AB on the eyes, you know, when you isolate certain highlights and clips, you know, he's just way better mechanically. The issue that I have with AB is this was the same scenario when he fought, what's my dude? Santiago. He's just better than this dude. But the problem is,
but you keep bringing Santiago, but
Santiago probably got more. He's probably more technically sound than Rolly is.
And then you got to remember, hey, how long was AB out of the ring before he fought Santiago? 2 years.
Right.
Stay ready. I don't think I ever told you this. Yo, I literally got into a whole argument with Coach Bullet in regards to Rolly, right?
Or argument with Cromwell.
Yeah. Like, yo, bro. So I did a video on Rolly, and I think YSL called me. He was like, bro, you can't be putting videos out like that. You never know when you got run into it, blah, 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 blah. I was like, man, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so he actually hopped in the comment section. And left like this long ass message or whatever. And and the thing that's crazy, Coach Bullet is cool with Padman. So I'm like, Padman, tell your boy, he don't even work the pads with Rolly correctly. Everything that he does incorrect, he allows him to do it on the pads.
Yeah.
You ever watch Rolly on the pads with Bullet?
Yes, I have.
Bro, everything is incorrect. Am I lying?
Nope.
Everything is incorrect. Bro, he don't throw. I've never seen a trainer allow a guy to throw wide hooks from your shoulder blade. When you throw a hook, it's supposed to be compact like this. Rolly he go, eh. Like that's the sound that he make when he be on the pads. He like, eh.
Yeah.
The only time I would allow that, and I think we all can agree, is when you're not on the pad, but you're on the when a coach will have the heavy, not the heavy bag, but like Abel Sanchez does it all the time. You know that I don't even know the bag that's almost vertical.
You're talking about, and it's on a wall. It's on a wall.
No. It's in his hand. It's like a circle bag. Like and
they hold it up like this.
Yeah,
they hold it up like this. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
That's the only time, because in those incidents you're only trying to generate power and transition power throughout your shots. But if you're just talking about on the pads itself where you got mitts on and someone, then obviously you don't want to be seeing that. The issue that I have going back to AB versus Rolly is I don't think this dude's gonna win enough rounds to win the fight. Maybe he might knock him out. He potentially can, but he's got to throw more than 10 punches around, bro.
A Shane. But here's the thing, though. Regardless of how it goes, he would need that fight because we need to know. Like we need to know. Like if Broner had an ounce of something left, like Rolly, he should beat Rolly. Like he should beat Rolly. But you know, Rolly talk hella shit. You know, Bro talk hella shit. That should be entertainment from the gate. That'll be entertainment from the
Bro,
gate.
who I would get him to fight, bro, is Adrian Broner versus Amir Khan, bro. Get this dude knocking out Amir Khan, bro. That will be exactly what you need. I think that will be a fantastic fight, bro.
Can
I've
Broner
always
beat
wanted to
beat
see that.
Gamboa right now?
I hope so. I hope so.
Honestly, yeah.
So there's fights out there for him to take that you're looking at it on paper and you like, all right, well, AB, you should be able to get a dub. You know what I'm saying? Because the way Figueroa looked, Broner might have had a shot in that fight. Figueroa looked horrible, bro.
In that fight,
huh?
He did have a fight in that. Answer that.
Yeah, bro. Like
bro,
it's
that mama was tripping because I picked Broner to beat Omar Figueroa, and I told him, I said, bro, Omar Figueroa went in 2 fights with no coach. He was in the corner by himself. I don't trust anybody like that.
No. That's true. That's true. You know the craziest thing? Sorry about that. You know, with this, I feel like, you know, the fight, what convinced me that this dude is finished was the Mikey Garcia fight. That was when I no longer thought this guy was a top fighter. I just thought AB was just so average in that fight. And that was the fight that done it for me.
But he did a good job. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. And y'all might think I'm tripping. And I don't care what nobody's saying. I've watched this fight over and over. I still think AB beat Pacquiao.
I got to watch that again, bro.
Go back and go. I want y'all to go watch it. Turn the volume down. I don't care how you do your face. Turn the volume completely down and go score that fight round by round.
Yo, I'm watching.
I know Cap watched that fight once, and to be fair, that fight for me was just a trash fight. I just didn't like.
I didn't like the fight.
I watched that fight. I scored that fight. And the crazy part about it, I wasn't the only person that said that when it happened. I said, bro, AB got robbed. I watched it. He won that fight. Go back and watch it. Pacquiao wasn't even hitting him, bro.
Shane, his Stay Ready other channel is Ringside Views. He got his basically channel got all his like interviews and stuff on there.
How
man.
long you had that channel for?
A little while.
Bro, it's
what's the logo for it? You have it on Instagram?
Yep.
Is it blue and red?
No, it's black and white.
Okay, I might be getting it confused with something else. Because
it's gotta I think the Instagram the Instagram has 26,000 subscribers, followers.
Damn, that's dope.
I thought I've seen this before.
Here, I'm for to send both of y'all to Instagram. We got a lot of top fighters following Instagram. It's not just me that's running it. So
I see. You still do your radio show?
Huh?
You still do your radio show?
Still do the radio stuff.
Yeah, it's like this what I'm saying, man. Like I promise you, I'm finding somebody in BLK and I'm sending the email, bro. I'm reaching out. I'm like, bro, like y'all need to holler. And not even specifically for the Terrence Crawford fight, really just for future reference. You know what I'm saying? Like for future reference, like they really gotta get tapped in. Cause I'm like, they mentioned the Crawford, they mentioned Broner, they mentioned Andrade, and I'm like, the only person we've seen is Blue Blood, and all he's been doing is just explaining what happened with the Crawford situation. But I'm like, we don't know about the company. I'm like, and it's no disrespect to Blue Blood. I'm like, we don't know anything about the company, the representatives. Like they haven't had an introduction. They haven't had an introduction to the boxing world.
To speak to is L Dub. I'm pretty sure I saw L Dub with Blue Blood the other day.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an old pick.
Oh, maybe.
It might have been an old pick, but yeah, man, like I'm emailing them, bro. Like if I find a contact, I'm emailing them like tonight. Like we need to talk. Like for sure, like we need to talk.
I
Cause I might
respect it. I won't lie to you, Jeff. I actually respect that you would do that because, you know, what's the worst they can say?
yeah, I was gonna say, why not? I ain't got nothing else better to do right now. Like why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not at the end of the day, man? Like it's just I think right now, like all these fighters just need exposure. This is why Stay Ready's other channel is well, especially on Instagram, the shit is jumping. The shit is jumping. But we know because listen, Stay Ready. This real facts, bro. Before we go, real facts. Shane got like 150 Instagram followers.
I don't even think
150.
I don't even think I have that much, bro.
I got, bro. Like I gotta
that.
do a discount double check.
I don't even think
I
that
gotta do
much.
a discount double check.
Don't even
Okay,
think
I
that
was
much.
one off. He's at 149. So I need somebody to subscribe to Shane and get him to 150. So, but hey, stay ready. But the thing is, bro, every time he posts something, it ain't nothing but heavy hitters that's watching. It's nothing but heavy hitters that's watching, bro. And it's like what your numbers are is not a true reflection of your impact. Like, Stay Ready. I literally had a fighter call me 2 days ago and ask me, could I get him a fight?
I've had that plenty of times.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like he literally called
crazy.
me, and the guy was training with Roy Jones for months. He was training with Roy Jones for months. And he was trying to make his debut. He's trying to make his debut, and it's just stuff just been happening. He just
Can
called
you
me. He
get
was
him
just
a
like,
fight?
he asked me, could I get him a fight? And to be honest with you, I could. I asked him where and all that other stuff. He was
What
like, he
weight
didn't
class is he
care.
at?
Cruiser.
Oh wow, you definitely could.
I could definitely get him a fight. It'll be his debut though.
I actually could have got him some fights out here in Houston. They always looking for.
Yeah, so we might have to, like, but he literally called me like 2 days ago. He was just like, yo, like, I need a
You're
fight.
stay ready. We need to make a trip to Houston. I would have been in Houston already earlier this year in
If it wasn't
March.
for COVID.
COVID has been ruining me, bro. I can't travel to America without a vaccination. So I'm hoping at some point you guys go easy on that vaccination requirement.
They lift all that.
What did you say, bro?
They getting ready to lift all that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so, bro, because like literally I haven't been able to go. I was supposed to go to America this year. Literally, I wanted to go for Charlo Castano. That didn't happen. And then obviously they brought in all of the entry requirements for most of these countries. So I'm just thinking, bro, I haven't been able to travel to anywhere in the United States of America. And I want to go to Vegas, obviously, Houston. Well, probably, I don't even know where my next stop off in America will be, but it will definitely be as soon as they lift this COVID crap.
Bro, it's crazy, Shane. It's crazy, man. I literally told the dude, I said, yo, let me make a couple phone calls, make some things happen. And I was like, I'll hit you back. Like, but I thought he was just calling just to chop it up, because that's usually like, what he called for, just just to talk some boxing or whatever. He's like, yo, I need somebody to find me a fight. He's like, you really the only dude I really fuck with, and you really be about this shit. I was like, fuck it, I'll try to find. But he knew about that because he knew I was working with Tree, like behind the scenes or whatever, like because I had him and Tree on the line like at the same time. And
Is Tree still fighting or is Tree stopped?
No, he stopped. But he I like ever since that fight he had in Philly, like he was on his way to being 4-0. You know what I'm saying? and he got a contract in his hometown. Like, so he'd have been on TV probably by like next year, like on somebody's card next year. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't what happened to him, ain't happened. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy. These boxes, it's too many boxes and it ain't enough slots, bro. It ain't enough slots for these fighters, man. Like, it's because like you take like Brian Norman. Brian Norman is like a gym legend because he done sparred Boots, he done sparred Bud, he done sparred Tank. He done sparred all of these people. Yeah, like he done sparred all these people, but it's like, when is he actually gonna jump in the ring though?
I heard about that dude before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he sparred Bud, and from what I heard, he had Bud hurt like a couple times. He sparred Tank.
Can I ask you guys a question before we jump off? Who's Errol gonna fight next?
Stan Jonas.
Nope. He's waiting on Bud.
I heard Stan Jonas.
Did you listen to the audio?
What audio?
So wait, he's gonna wait till Bud fights Avenation.
Do y'all got TikTok?
Nah.
I got it, but I ain't set it up. You
trying to see a way I can send it. You know what? Hold on.
So this dude's gonna wait.
Well, boxing is not. I mean, why doesn't he just fight Boots? Didn't Bozy put in a petition to become mandatory?
Yeah, but if he fights anybody, it got to be Stan Jonas, because Stan Jonas, people forget Stan Jonas. They paid Stan Jonas step aside money for him to get what ended up being Ugas, but it was supposed to be the Pacquiao fight, and that's why he fought Tayev.
No, they paid Ugas.
You can play it right now on air if you want to, but I just
said it again.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
The issue that I have is, and this is what I'm saying, when was the last time Errol Spence, defended his IBF mandatory? I can't even remember. Was it Lamont Peterson?
Ocampo.
Oh, wow.
Yo, send it again, bro. I don't know where it went. I'm like not tech savvy.
I got it on Instagram, but obviously
right there.
It's right there.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, like yeah, it's crazy. I don't know,
if
bro.
He waits, bro.
If he waits, that's gangster, bro. That's gangster, bro.
I don't necessarily think that's good. You think it's a good thing if he waits, bro? Jeff.
What you said?
You think it's a good thing if he waits?
No, I don't think so. I think you need a fight.
I just feel like it's just holding up the welterweight division. I mean, there's other dudes in the division that need fights. Boots, Batayev, Stanionis, Virgil. These dudes need fights. I mean, the division shouldn't be held up because of two individuals.
I think, yeah, but Stan Jonas is gonna get the crack before Boots, though.
I don't know.
I'm gonna check
this out. I'm gonna tell you why I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think it would benefit Earl Spence more to fight Boots than to fight Stan Jonas. And let me explain why. But you're as good as your level of competition, right? Mm-hmm. Bud hasn't fought top level competition. His best opponent in his career, I don't care about none of the champions he's fought. The best opponent in his career is Sean Porter.
Yep.
Agreed.
Now, what gets you ready for your next opponent is your previous opponent, and also your sparring that you're getting before the fight. Earl fight a switch hitter like Boots and beat him. What do you think that does for him in the anticipation of fighting an older fighter and a switch hitter like Terrence Crawford if they go ahead and fight?
I agree with that narrative, but you also have to accept the fact that Boots can potentially beat Earl.
I'm not 100% down that. I swear to God, I'm not. But I'm just looking at the potential of what it would do for somebody like Earl Spence.
I don't think Stanionis can beat Errol Spence.
I know
don't think.
Peter Spence. I know people that's been calling Stanionis out because he's beatable. He is extremely beatable.
I agree with that because the reason why Spence runs through Stanionis is because Spence is so much bigger than Stanionis. If he was to fight Spence the way he fought Batayev, he gets mopped. He gets mopped. Like Batayev has power, but he has no punch variety. Footwork is bad. Like Stanionis was sitting right there, like hit me. And he got his shots off. Don't get me wrong, but he never was able to put sustain like long offense. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll hit him with 2 shots and then it'll be dull. He'll hit him with 3 shots, dull.
I got a issue with Boots though, because Boots has only fought 1 round.
They gonna come after you, Shane, if you keep talking about Boots. Yo, YSM gonna jump up in his joint.
He can say what he wants. The fact is, how much rounds has Boots fought in 2022?
I agree with.
How many rounds has he fought in 2022?
I don't know.
What was the last time he fought a 12-round fight?
When he fought Clayton, what was that? What, 1 round?
That was less than a round.
When he fought Loma, that was less than 35 seconds.
And then when he fought Lipinets, that was
8 rounds. That was 5 rounds. What was that?
Rounds.
What, 2021, early 2021. So in the space of 18 months, he's fought
6 rounds.
No, forget that, because that was early. In the last 18 months, he's fought for maybe 2 minutes. I mean, what? 3 minutes at maximum, 4 minutes.
Yo, hey, stay ready. And this is like, I'm from Philly. I can't talk about Boots. They'll be at my front door. Like, but this is what I tell people, bro. I'm like, we ask of Boots the same thing we ask of any fighter that's on the come up.
Of course.
And I'm like, yo, I know how good he looks. Man. Like, Boots is physically, you not gonna find a better talent. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm like, we still want to see our prospects and our contenders go through certain things to find out what we got.
Errol Spence can afford to wait for Crawford. He can afford to wait for Crawford. Whether I think it's right, you think it's right, he can afford to do it. Boots can't afford to wait for Errol. That's the problem. Because if Errol says he's waiting it out, Boots still needs to find an opponent. Bro, you can't go into another calendar year without fighting someone for at least. You need to do rounds.
Boots can afford to lose a fight. Earl don't.
I don't think neither one of them can afford to lose a fight.
I think they can. Boots is just at the beginning of his career. I don't care how many fights he done had. He lose a fight right now and become a champion. They can't do nothing about it because he can still take the sport over.
Hey, stay ready, but check this out though. If Earl was to entertain Boots, he'd be better to do it right now.
Yeah,
he'd be better to do it right now. He only fought 2 minutes in 18 months, Shane. Technically. 2 minutes in 18 months. If Spence is gonna do it, it's better that he does it now, because Boots a year and a half from now may be on like borderline unbeatable stage.
Boots needs opponents, so Boots needs a fight. He needs to fight someone.
I wouldn't mind a Boots and Stanionis fight. I wouldn't mind a Boots and a Batayev fight. I think those are solid fights for him, man. Like,
he
they're
needs
solid
fights. He's gonna take him rounds, bro.
I think Batayev will take him rounds, though.
Potentially.
But I think Stanionis will take him rounds, though.
I want to see him fight someone who's just gonna run, like literally run time Furman, just run around the ring for 12 rounds. Literally just run.
Him and Ugas will be a good fight.
Again, that's a good name. He needs
And I
to
know
fight.
and I know they spar. I know they spar in the gym all the time. They'll never fight, but Ray Robinson would be a good fight too.
I would love to see that.
Ray Robinson would be a good fight for him too.
I just want to see this dude fight someone for more than 5 rounds.
Yeah, people be sleeping on Ray Robinson, man. Ray Robinson, he's a guy that has consistently improved.
Can I say one thing? And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this before because I actually have to jump off.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off too. Go ahead,
bro. I don't know what it is, and it's not because of technique. It's not because of skill. I was just sitting down today, and I was thinking. I actually think, I swear to God, this is gonna sound crazy. I actually think Deji is going to do well against Mayweather. I don't know why. I have no reason why. I swear to God, bro, I don't know why. Something just came over me and was like, I think this guy's gonna do well. I don't know why.
When is that fight?
I have no idea. I don't know.
You know the thing that's crazy, bro, is like I said, like, Floyd better stop playing around, man, because that Japanese dude was smacking him around a little bit. He was smacking him around a little bit.
Floyd's gonna lose.
It's just I think he gonna get hit with something. Yeah, I think he's just gonna get hit with something, man. But
it's not for no boxing reasons. I just have this feeling. I don't know what it is. I just have this feeling. It's the same feeling I had before Ruiz versus AJ. Like when I saw that ring walk, I was like,
is it a betting line on it?
Nah, there's no betting line because there's no result.
2 million to 1.
I mean, if it was 2 million to 1, I'm putting at least $1 on it. At least $1.
Right, you have to. But man, let's get up out this joint, man. 2 hours strong, man. My bro, Stay Ready, came through, blessed us with his presence, man. VP Shane, man. Stay ready. Give him your social media and all that good stuff, good brother.
Man, y'all come tap in. Stay Ready Boxing TV on Instagram and YouTube, and Ringside Views on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Y'all come check it out.
Hey man, Ringside Views, man. I just subbed to it, man. I'm gonna actually create a link, man. Put that thing up, man. Make sure everybody subscribe to that, man. Shane, give me your social media, good brother.
I'm Shane, the number 1. As Jeff said, I only have 149 Instagram followers. Obviously, to me, I don't really use like Instagram followers doesn't really mean much to me. But yeah, 149 subscribers. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get to 150 now. Jeff said
I'm gonna holler at the weed man down the block, man. Before I go to work, I'm be like, go to Instagram, hit my man Shane up, man. Get him at 150.
Literally, numbers mean absolutely nothing.
It means nothing. Bro, it's crazy because I Stay Ready. I talked to Shane last night, and I was just like, bro, I said this number shit give me a headache, man. I'm like, 1 minute you think you got it figured out, the next minute, it's something completely different, man. I'm like, I don't even care anymore, man. Like
bro, I'm not gonna lie, like life. The thing is for me, and this is sorry to go on a quick tangent. You see, the thing is for me, a lot of people they had normal life and then picked up boxing, like media, boxing, journalism. I was completely in reverse. Like I left education and went into media, went into journalism. I was in education and doing journalism. So it was like, for me, I'm now doing things in reverse. I'm finally starting to get like a real life, like a real, like day-to-day, I don't know what you want to call it, but so I'm becoming less detached.
That shit difficult, bro. That shit difficult, man. You got that regular life, man, and then you trying to balance all this out too.
Yeah, I've never had this problem before, but now as you can see, I'm less on the live stream. I'm having to juggle life and the sport.
It's a high level of respect for people that juggle both, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man. But we're gonna get up off this joint, man. On behalf of Stay Ready Boxing TV, my man VP Shane, Boxing First Vlog, and your boy G5 Jeff TV. This is episode 139 of the Goodfellas podcast. We'll be back with y'all tomorrow. Appreciate you. Stay ready.